it's important for us to talk through some energy basics so that you understand how to skillfully work with your energy. If you take the word Qigong, Qi stands for or means life force energy. Gong means to work with or have skill at. You put the two parts together, it's to work skillfully with your life force energy. In traditional Chinese medicine, it takes a little bit different approach than what we see often in Western medicine. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's really talking a lot about how our spiritual mental body, our Shen, is connected to our emotions and is connected to our physical body. They're all part of one energy system. So when there is something going on within your body, you have to look at the whole picture. In ancient times, Qigong doctors, or doctors in ancient China, didn't get paid if you got sick. Interesting concept, right? So they were responsible for keeping you healthy. And the reason that I find Qigong so interesting is because it is very much how to take care of your own energy system and to cultivate your own inner fire, your own inner health. If we think about Qi, we are born with a certain amount of inner Qi, of original Qi, it's called, that we receive from our mother through the umbilical cord. We also have access to all of the Qi around us, right? This is where it becomes very important for us to cultivate our environment, our diet, if you will. And when I say diet, I mean not just the food and drink, that's important, but also our diet of what words do we speak? Are we using self-deprecating humor? Are we taking in a lot of negative social media? Are we taking in a lot of television that maybe is lower vibrational? And I'll talk about that in a moment. Are we doing things that feed our energy, that feed our soul, and that bring us joy, raise our vibration? Everything has energy or is energy, and everything has a vibration. Even a rock has a vibration. So if you think about the people who are very interested in crystals, I'm one of those as well, crystals have a certain vibration, and different crystals have a different vibration that can actually be measured. Essential oils have a vibration. Sounds have a vibration. So if we focus on the fact that everything has a vibration, it gives us a different perspective on how we cultivate our diet, our environment, and what we allow to be in our lives, what we allow to take in. I'm very careful about what I watch on TV. I'm very careful about how much I take in from, especially this political year. Very careful about how much I take in of that, and try to find other ways to reach my decisions about things like that, rather than watching all of the negativity on television and the news. So those are some things that you can do to help. If we think about even our own words have a vibration. So if we are using self-deprecating humor, our energy system, it's important to understand our energy system does not know the difference of whether we really mean it and we want more of that, or if we're actually asking for something different, right? It doesn't understand humor. It doesn't understand sarcasm. So we have to be very careful about saying things like, well, I'm on a diet, but I'll always be fat. You're always going to be fat if you're thinking that way, right? Because your mind and what comes out of your mouth and the emotions you're feeling inside all impact the physical as well. We're all very interconnected. Once you start thinking about that and reframe that to say, I am already, so you're already projecting, I am losing weight. I am at a healthy weight. I am healthy. That will help you tremendously because it shifts the vibration of your body. It shifts the vibration of what's happening in your energy system. If we think about in traditional Chinese medicine, there's a concept of meridians that run through the body. Meridians are, if you think of it in a very straightforward way, meridians are like rivers of qi that run through our body. And the rivers of qi, all throughout our body, can get a rock in them or stagnation in them. So think of a mountain stream. A boulder falls into the stream, and the qi, or the river, has to flow around it, but it is slower. It might have water backing up behind it, things like that, right? That can happen in our bodies too. So we might have an emotion of stress. In my case, that's the big one that I've dealt with, stress, which is causing stagnation in the qi in our body, in the meridians. That can cause, if we don't skillfully handle it and skillfully work with it, it can cause illness. It can cause dis-ease and eventually lead to, in my case, immune disorders and also migraines. So if you think of turning on your observer, being aware that you're feeling something, that your breathing has changed. So you may have a physical reaction to something. Something is stressful or causing anxiety. Your chest may tighten. You may collapse your chest a little bit and kind of hunker down to protect yourself, right? It's just an instinct as a human being. You might have an upset stomach. You might feel anxiety in your belly. Those are all physical reactions to something that's happening in your environment, okay? It's really important to understand that you can move, you can transform whatever is happening in your environment and how you're reacting to it. You can start to center yourself and skillfully manage what's happening in your body. You can try to keep your nervous system in parasympathetic mode. And the reason that's important is because we don't want to live in sympathetic mode at all times. Our bodies haven't really evolved a whole lot from the caveman days. So back in the day when a lion was chasing me, I needed my sympathetic nervous system. Everything goes to the fight or flight mode, right? There's no digestion happening when that's going on. There's no creative thinking. There's just run, hide, get away, be safe, right? It pumps your blood faster, it gets your lungs going. It's everything to be physically safe. Nowadays, most of us don't need to flip into sympathetic mode for a majority of the things going on. We would want to stay, if we're stuck in traffic or we have a difficult conversation, we don't really need to be in sympathetic mode. We can train our bodies using Qigong to stay in parasympathetic mode. This is where we have good digestion, we have creative thinking, we can remain calm and keep the energy flowing through our body so that we can actually make good decisions. So this is where understanding how our energy system works with our spirit, our consciousness, our emotions, and our physical body, all very interconnected. Each of these can influence each other. And so if we are feeling, if we catch ourselves, for example, sitting at our desk and we are very breathing shallowly, we could be putting ourselves into a state where we're feeling more stress than we need to. And all it takes is awareness and changing our posture, changing our breathing into nice, deep, slow breathing, and possibly getting up and doing some movement, some Qigong movement. So all of these things are a skillful way of handling our Qi, handling our life force energy. It doesn't mean you're not going to feel things, because this is life. You're going to feel things and you should feel things. What you don't want to do is let yourself stagnate in those and ruminate or continue to relive things that have happened, right? You just want to make sure that you're processing it skillfully and that you are able to transform those things that are going on in your body, any stagnation, and transform it into something that's more useful. So we are going to talk next about how to work with our Qi and build our energy field or understand our energy field a little bit more. So stay tuned for that. We're going to start with some basic energy maintenance activities. First, let's go ahead and put our arms straight out and then just rotate around. Get a feel a little bit farther out than your arms can reach. is your energy field, okay? Your chi field. So you're going to picture this big cylinder that's all the way around you, above you, and below you, of course, too. This is your energy field, okay? We need to do maintenance on our energy field just like we would do maintenance on a car. You have to clean the oil filter. You have to take care of your energy field just like anything else, okay? So one way that we can do that is we can do clear. So we raise our arms up, inhale up, and then we polish. Just like we had a cylinder right in front of us, we're just going to polish. Inhale up, exhale down. Behind us as well. One more time. Quick note about your chi field, your energy field. A good example of how to visualize this is if you are in a store and you're standing in line waiting your turn and somebody walks into your energy field. You can feel them, you can sense them before you actually lay eyes on them, before you can see them. That's because they're in your chi. Your energy knows they're there. And that's actually what's happening. So if you are particularly sensitive, you can usually feel them even a little farther away, right? Another thing that we can do for maintenance for our energy is make sure that we get a little bit of energy moving, right? So it's important to keep our chi flowing effectively. We're going to start with our feet just shoulder width apart. Relax your feet. So we don't think about our feet very often, but you need to relax them too. Your knees are always soft, they're never locked. And you're going to just picture this relaxation, kind of the melting of the ice all the way up your spine to the top of your head. The top of your head's going to rise ever so slightly to the sky, making room in your vertebrae, okay? Let the shoulders relax. Again, they're ice melting to water and turning to vapor. And then we're just going to go ahead and start. This is called knocking on the door of life. You're going to let your arms pat on the front and the back of your body. This midsection of our body is called the chi belt. And anything that you're doing, knocking, moving your spine, is really good to get the energy, the chi moving through your body. Nice deep breath in and out through the mouth. Do that a couple more times on your own. Okay, and we're going to slow down, come to center. We're also going to remove some stagnation in our body by just very light knocking, or what we call chi massage. So we're going to knock on our chest here. Nice deep breath in and out through the mouth again. Helping clear any stagnant energy we've got here. Anxiety, stress, all of those kinds of things can sit in the body and cause us, stagnant energy can cause us illness or just distress in various ways. Particularly in the lungs, you can also see sadness and grief sit in this area of the body. Okay, and then we're going to come down to the navel, just knocking very lightly on the navel, up and down. And go around in a circle. This is a great one to do. I do this every morning. One of the first things I do when I get up is just do a little chi massage. Okay, quick check-in for ourselves. So when we do a check-in, we start with physical body first. Take note of any areas that feel stagnant, stiff, sore. If you have any pain anywhere. Just turning on the observer. Our emotional body. How are you doing emotionally? Are you feeling spicy this morning or spicy today? Or are you feeling kind of low today? Where are you at emotionally? and then your connection to your consciousness, your spirit, your Shen, your mental body. How are you doing here? Are you clear of thought? Are you doing repetitive thinking, the monkey mind? Are you kind of foggy in your brain? All of the above and anything you've taken note of is okay. The first step to being able to skillfully work with your energy is taking note and turning on your observer. Okay? All right. So we're going to take 3 fingers like this and lay it on your wrist. Okay? This spot right here is called the inner gate. We're just going to put some steady pressure against it and work it in a circle. This is for your emotional immune system. If you didn't know that you have one, now you know. You have an emotional immune system. What we're doing here, by doing a little bit of massage and acupressure is what we're doing, along this meridian that comes down our arm, we're helping to free up any stagnation and strengthen our emotional immune system. We also do the same thing on the other side. Work both sides. Okay. Emotional immune system. Very important concept that we have the ability to strengthen this and strengthen our bubble, essentially. Center ourselves. Okay. Give your hands a little shake. Now, same 3 fingers on the outside of the wrist is our physical immune system. Again, this is acupressure, and this is called the outer gate. This helps our physical immune system. Do the other side as well. Good. Okay, give your hands a little shake. Okay, now we're going to move our wrists. So this is called 6-step flow. So there are 3 meridians that run down the inside of your arms and 3 on the outsides of your arms, down into your hands. And when you move your wrists like this, you are essentially moving 12 meridians, okay? So it's really, really nice to get energy going throughout your body in a very simple way. You can do this sitting at your desk, watching TV. A very simple way to help energy move in the body. If you want to be really efficient with the inner gate and the outer gate, another idea is to just have your hands facing your chest, your palms facing your chest, and just tap them together. Remembering always nice deep breathing into the belly. Okay. Hands down at the sides. Now we're going to do something called, we just call it shaking. So this is if you're going to help reset your nervous system back into parasympathetic mode. This is a great way. This is what a zebra will do after being chased. They'll shake and then they'll start grazing, right? They shake like, oh, I got away from the lion. So what we're doing is intentionally resetting our nervous system. You're going to let your neck and your head bounce too. Just let everything shake. Your knees bounce. Take a nice deep breath in and out through the mouth. Now we're going to do it with sound on the exhale. You want your nervous system to hear you exhale with a sigh, and that helps as well to get you back into parasympathetic mode. So inhale. Okay, we're going to go palms up and just shake the hands, let the wrists flop, and palms down. You'll really feel that in your forearms. Okay, and slow down, come to center. Take another quick check-in for yourself. Physical body. You feel the energy moving through your body. emotional body? Were you able to shift anything with that small amount of Qigong? And finally, your mental body. Were you able to reset your mind a little bit and get your mind to quiet? Thanks for taking a tiny tea break with me.